Welcome back to the show, guys. I'm your host, Valentine, expecting you guys are having a wonderful and blessed day. On today's show, we are going to be talking about how now SJWs, Social Justice Warriors, have invaded uh, Major League Baseball. The whole country is primed for sports. We've been primed because of the quarantine. We want something different. We don't want so much negativity regarding the coronavirus, so much negativity regarding politics. We want to escape a little bit from all the mayhem that has been happening in the world, and a lot of us turn to sports to get something different, right? I laugh because one time during the coronavirus, I'm listening to a news station, radio station, and I'm like, let me take off this coronavirus talk off and let me put on some sports. And I go and I turn on ESPN or something. And ESPN is talking about coronavirus. And I'm like, damn, there is really no escape, right? So now Major League Baseball, everybody wants sports. Everybody wants to, again, take their mind off of sports. Major League Baseball did this. Through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watch were so gallant. Those are the San Francisco Giants. About 2 days ago, about one day ago, also the Cincinnati Reds started to kneel. Also, and this is my official stance on the whole kneeling. I am a proponent of the First Amendment. I believe that people have the freedom of given not by the government or by anything, but given to them by God to um, speak their mind. Right. I also believe that there's a time and a place for these things. Right. These political activism. I don't think the field is the place because when people turn to sports again is to see people hit a bat or shoot a basketball. That's all they want. They're not interested in your philanthropy. They're not interested in that you're a good person. They're not interested in none of that stuff. They're interested in you. Even for example, one of the most religious people that I've seen has been Tim Tebow. They don't turn on to see Tim Tebow kneeling. They didn't turn on to see any of that stuff, any of it. That when you turn me as a Christian, I don't turn on to the NFL and I want to see somebody preaching to me. I don't turn to the NFL for that. I turn to the NFL to see some guys, big, strong guys, manhandling each other, throwing a football, running fast, all that stuff. The same thing with Major League Baseball. I turn on Major League Baseball to see guys hitting a baseball or throwing somebody out at home plate, doing all that athletic stuff, which I'm interested in and a whole bunch of people are. That's the reason they turn into sports. The playing field should be for playing. There's a time and a place for the protest, and then again, do it. I'm totally against it, and I'm totally against what they are doing it for. I think it's one of the biggest farce perpetuated on the American society since I've been alive. Basically, I could probably say that, right? I mean, and it's so easy to just debunk the whole premise of systemic racism and police brutalities against blacks. I mean, there's even a whole bunch of black people are are speaking out against this because I mean, it's just a total farce, and that's what it is, right? There's a place and a time for that. The baseball field is not the place and time for that. Do it on your own time. Do it on you have a platform. You have Twitter, you have this, you have because of your status, do it on then. Do it there, right? I mean, it's crazy, but this is the reason why these companies do it. You know why they do it is because they don't take into account the other political stances that support these people, and they're gonna keep doing it because there is no in between conservatives there is no discipline when it comes to saying, oh, we're gonna boycott or we're gonna send a message. There is none. And because if there was, these companies would not even be allowing this stuff. Again, these people, the only reason that they're in business, they don't care about Black Lives Matter. They don't care about anything. And if you believe that they do, I mean, you're just very gullible, right? The main reason that these people are in business is to make money, plain and simple. They really don't care, right? So because all this stuff that they're doing is not affecting their bottom line, they're gonna keep doing it until it affects their bottom line. They will stop, right? Because they are again in the business of making money. When conservatives decide to really boycott a company and they really do that, they're gonna see, and not only conservatives but white people, right? These messages from these organizations like Black Lives Matter, again, the organization, not the saying itself, the organization, are very anti-white. They're some people will call it, I will call it black supremacist, right? Movements. Um, they're anti-white, and a lot of these sports, the NFL, just look into the stands, into the NFL, into the major leagues, into all the people that support these franchises and the main funding for these huge companies, right, are white people. Yet again, these same white people, a lot of them being conservatives, are the ones who are funding their literal demise, right? Because they're helping further this notion, this false notion that the reason that the world is the way it is, and systemic racism and all these type of whatever, right, is because of the evil white man. Yet again, the white man keeps funding these corporations. The day conservatives decide to be disciplined enough to boycott a sports team or a company that they really believe that is harming them and their way of life, that's the day that they stop doing that. The day that the half the or more than half of the stadium is empty for all these football games is empty, and you don't see no white people in the stand, that's the day the NFL stop all this foolery. What do you guys think? Am I wrong in my assessment? I don't think so. I think it's a very logical assessment. I'm not saying that they shouldn't, even though I don't agree with them. I'm saying that there's a place and a time, and the field is not the place and the time to do this political activism. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs. Only with your help, we're going to make it happen. How? Liking, subscribing, sharing. Every Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Actually, no, I'm sorry. That's the Spanish show. 8 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. to 9. We have a English call-in show where you guys get to talk to me at 9 p.m., 9 to 10. My Spanish channel, El Show de Valentin, also has the live call-in show. You could join me there too if you are a Spanish speaker. God bless. Godspeed. Me, Valentine. I am out.